Hey, what's up, guys? It's Lo here, and today I'm going to show you how to make a future type beat in Logic Pro. Is the program I use. So let's just dive into it. The first thing that I did was created a melody from Omnisphere, and then I found this kind of like spacey bell, key, choir, kind of all those things in one instrument, and then I just created this sort of melody, and how I did this melody was just starting off with these three notes. Just start with like 1 2 3 1 2 3, kind of build it like that, and then I copied that over a lot. And my next melody that like I heard in my head was going down like this, same timing but descending. And really a big thing is just kind of listening to the melodies you create and then thinking about what comes next. Like your ear will kind of tell you, your brain will kind of tell you. It'll just come to you and then just follow that and put it onto the program. And then I copied that over this to the next two bars and put like a note right here to lead into the next part, along with a bass note just to give it a little more presence, and copied that down here. And then for this second part of the melody, I took that same original melody and I just raised it up a little bit, like raised it up one semitone and then fixed all the notes that were out of key. Kind of sounds like this. Yeah, so definitely eerie, spacey, future type vibe. And then I took this chord right here, and I transferred it down here, and then did the same thing with that like second chord, just to follow that melody thing, but with an arp this time. Sounds like this, and just kind of gave it that extra movement, that fast movement that I wanted with the melody to, give it that like spacey and kind of upbeatish vibe. Yeah, so once I got that down, I moved on to basically just to tie the intro into the verse area. I took a bass from Electra X, phase saw bass, and I put a little distortion on it, around 160, a little sub bass from Logic, stereo width, EQ'd out like the top end, and boosted around 100 hertz, and compressed it just a little to make the volume more even. Yeah. So then from that point, I kind of I took this, right? You know how this is a little bit fast. And then I did this thing. I'll show you guys. This is basically a halftime trick for Logic users that don't have it. I actually think they have the plugin for it now. I've been trying to buy it. I'm pretty sure it's cheap, so I don't know why I haven't. But this is what I've been doing for a while. Basically, you bounce that, gives you this, and then you flex your audio. You go to pitch, speed, sorry, and then you drag it to twice the amount. Gives you this, and then from there you would basically just cut it up with the scissors tool every half bar like that. It's a little tedious, and it's probably a faster shortcut, but and then delete all of these and move them back together. You delete every other one, move it together, and then it's basically, and then you can imagine if I did the same thing with the other part. And that's how I got this sound right here from that art, bouncing it, doing that. And then just put a little RC20, reverb, tremolo, just kind of phase it in and out, or else it sounds like this. I don't know. I kind of like the extra movement it gave it. A little flanger to make it more like bouncy is how I guess I always say it. And then on top of that, I put that bass from the other part, same bass. And then I put some drums in. So for the drums, here, I'll play it too. Yeah, so there you go. Those are the drums. But yeah, so I started with a kick. No, that's a lie. Sorry, scratch that. I don't know why I said that. I usually start with a snare. So kind of started with a simple snare pattern like this, just a lot of bounce in it. And then at the end, I just kind of did a 1/48th roll and went down in pitch and velocity at the same time, so it kind of gives it that, like, you know, that, yeah, cool sound. And I also lowered the velocity of all the bounce ones, so the 2 and the 4 sounds more in your face. And then I put some hi-hats in. I kept them pretty simple, just changed the pitch a little, add some rolls. This is a trick I use in a lot of my beats, just like a 48th roll, four of them, one's a little higher, one's lower, put the velocity down. It sounds really cool. But yeah, and then I gave it like an extra little roll over here just to change up the pattern. So you got that going. Then I added the kick. Pretty simple. Added like a little, you know, quadruple knock, I guess it would be, at the end. And then I, you know, kept it simple. Keeping your kicks simple is like pretty important. Added a clap on top of that snare. Added some open hi-hats on top of that clap as well. But just on the, you know, first one. Added a little perk and a rim shot. Alright, and then, so yeah, once you have the drums down, basically, I took that and put it, obviously, with the sound and the bass. Took out a couple of them just to give it a little more, like, build up. And then, I did the same thing that I did with this, how I got it to have that, like, halftime with the top melody. It gave me this. Sounds honestly pretty crazy. I feel like that creepy kind of dripping and reverb. Put a little amp and overdrive on it. And then brought it back up to that high pitch, like, faster arp. Brought back the melody. Brought the drums in here. Then just the last thing I really added was just a little flute to, I don't know, just to give it a little more, like, ear candy, I guess, I would always say, and just added it, like, sparingly. But yeah, so then, you know, kind of goes from the verse into the chorus / like bridge part, and it's like this flute / like sine wave. I think it is a flute, yeah, it's just a flute, and then I just added some effects and a lot of, like, pitching up and down, glide, I guess. And yeah, there you go. That's how you make a feature type beat. Once you have that, make sure to, you know, add a couple like moments like this, just to give the rapper something to work with. Cool. You know, they can hit some like cool ass flow on that drop or whatever. And then yeah, you know, take away the instruments at the end a little bit by a little, like taper it off. And then I played all of them in the lower pitch at the end, brought the bass back. And then in the song, I don't know, I just kind of wanted to have that bass line just hidden at the end, because I feel like you're so used to it in the song that the absence of everything else at the end kind of is, I don't know, it just plays cool things into your ears. Yeah, but there we go. That is how you make a future type beat. Make sure to like this video and comment who I should do a tutorial of next. And also make sure to subscribe for more videos in the future. This is my first video that I'm like doing an in-depth tutorial. Most of them have been shorter videos. So if you guys like this, like, let me know. If not, let me know. Either way, I will end up crying at night. Just kidding. But yeah, that's it. All right. Thank you. Thanks for watching.